A quiet morning at the hospital had turned into a scene from a nightmare. After 9 long months of hope and waiting, Sandra cradled her newborn daughter, Maya, with a joy so deep it lit up the room. Beside her, her husband, Dr. James, a proud man known for running the local community hospital from scratch, shared her smile, even as a tinge of worry danced in his eyes. Just then, a nurse with tightly pulled blonde hair and an oddly fixed grin entered. "Mrs. Mitchell, it's time for your baby's checkup," she said in a tone that felt too rehearsed. Sandra blinked. Wasn't Dr. Patel supposed to come? The nurse's face hardened. "Dr. Patel is tied up. I'll take care of everything. Your baby is safe with me." But deep inside, a small voice reminded Sandra that only the assigned pediatric team should handle newborns. And before she could speak, the nurse, moving with unexpected speed, lifted Maya from her arms and headed straight for the door. What could be hidden behind that forced smile? "Wait!" Sandra's heart thundered as she pleaded, "I want to come with you." The nurse's eyes flashed with irritation. "It's just a normal routine, Mrs. Mitchell. You need to rest." Sandra's gut screamed that something was very wrong. No time to lose, she hit the emergency button over and over. A different nurse hurried in, worry etched on her face. "Is everything all right, Mrs. Mitchell? Where is Nurse Linda taking your baby?" Struggling to sit up, Sandra's voice trembled. She took my daughter." The new nurse's face went pale. "There's no Nurse Linda on duty today," she blurted, and then quickly summoned security. Gritting her teeth despite weakness from childbirth, Sandra threw off her blanket and staggered toward the door, fueled by pure panic and love. Could this be a case of a trusted face hiding a dark secret? Meanwhile, in a quieter corridor, the blonde nurse moved swiftly toward a back exit. Clutching little Maya close under the loose folds of her scrubs, she planned a simple escape, past security, slip into the parking lot, and vanish, her mysterious buyers waiting in the shadows. But she had miscalculated. Just as Dr. James stepped out of a meeting, a frantic call arrived. "Dr. Mitchell, your wife says someone took your baby." In an instant, time blurred. With heart pounding like a drum, he raced down the hall, dodging surprised staff and startled patients, and burst into Sandra's room. "Where is Maya?" he demanded, his voice razor-sharp. Between sobs, Sandra explained that a woman pretending to be a nurse had taken her child. Without a moment's hesitation, James pulled out his phone and tapped into the hospital's security cameras. There she was, Linda, slipping toward the back exit. Would he catch her before she disappeared for good? James sprinted down the hall, barking orders over his earpiece. "Lock all exits, now!" Just as Linda neared freedom, a deep voice boomed, "Stop right there!" She whipped around to see James standing firm with 3 security guards at her back. Her eyes widened, freezing her in mid-step. "Let me go!" "This is just a mistake," she cried out, but James was already there, gently freeing Maya from her grasp and holding her close as if the whole world depended on it. Moments later, a tearful Sandra reached him, clinging to their daughter. "Oh my God, our baby," she sobbed. With a steely glare, James demanded, "Who are you and why did you try to take my daughter?" Before Linda could answer, police officers arrived after a tip-off about a kidnapping attempt. One officer stepped forward as James declared, "She tried to steal my newborn, arrest her." Amid frantic pleas of "I was just following orders," the officers cuffed her and led her away. Will this shocking breach of trust ever fade from their hearts? In the calm that followed, as Sandra and James held Maya tight, Sandra whispered shakily, "You saved her, you saved our baby." James kissed her forehead and vowed, "No one will ever take her from us." In that moment, as the chaos faded and justice took its course, the couple knew their family was secure, and yet the question of trust, once broken, would echo in the silent halls long after the storm had passed.